We're Paul and Shannon, and these are our dogs, Jackson and Doug. We lived in Airbnbs for 2 years, traveling around our beautiful country, hiking, off-roading, and exploring the outdoors. Now, we're living in our 19-foot Airstream travel trailer, and we're keeping the adventure going. Join us as we continue traveling full-time in this new small space with our 2 dogs. If you enjoy the video, we'd be so appreciative if you liked and subscribed. It's our first morning at this beautiful campground in Estes Park, Colorado, right outside of Rocky Mountain National Park. We're sitting out here enjoying the sunshine, having some breakfast, some eggs and toast. Paul went for a run in the national park this morning, and we had a special visitor come by our trailer early this morning, which was really cool to see. There was this incredible elk that had really big antlers, and it was just very close to our trailer, so it was really cool to have that experience. We have a beautiful view of the mountains from our campground, and we're happy to be here. We're here for 5 nights, so we have a little bit of time to explore. And today I think we'll head out for a hike, not in the national park because the trails aren't dog friendly, but there's plenty to do around here. The dogs patiently, or perhaps impatiently, waited while we packed up our things to head out for the trail, but not before first soaking up some mandatory morning belly scratches. We just got to the trailhead and started the hike. Today we're doing the hike to the summit of Lily Mountain, which is right outside of Estes Park. It's a little under 4 miles with, I believe, 1,300 feet of elevation gain. Estes Park is surrounded by the beautiful Rocky Mountain National Park, and national parks can be pretty tough to visit with dogs since most trails are not dog friendly. So we were really happy to find this beautiful dog friendly hike right outside of town. It just started drizzling just a little bit, and if we've learned anything from our time in the mountains, it's that in the summer, rain can come at any time. There was no rain in the forecast, but it's looking like it's likely just going to be a little drizzle. Thankfully not a thunderstorm or anything. So we just ran into a group of volunteer forest rangers, and they gave us this little piece of paper that has all of the off-leash trails in the national forest in the area. There's a good amount of them that I haven't even heard of, so we're only here for 5 nights. However, maybe we'll be able to check out some of these other ones, and how handy. Paul asked, do you know of any other off-leash trails in the national forest? And they said, well, we have a list. And it even has this little QR code that you can scan, and if you go to that website, they said that they leave reviews on the trails to let you know things for dog owners, such as there's not a lot of shade, or maybe there's water on the trail. So yeah, never seen anything like it. It's really cool. The first half of this trail is relatively flat. You don't climb very much, but then if you look at the elevation map, the hike literally goes from like this, pretty flat, to the second half literally being practically straight up. I think over this next mile, we're gonna have about 1,000 feet of climbing, and we're at 9,000 feet, so we'll see how this goes. How you feeling back there? Paul decided to run almost 8 miles this morning, which if you watched, I think it was our last video, we were out on a weekend hike, and that morning he rode like 18 miles on his mountain bike. Think you're gonna make it?
I think I'll make it.
Made it to the top.
It's pretty.
So I think the official summit is right up there behind me. So we're gonna see if there's a way we can scramble up there that's safe with the dogs. But my goodness, we have these incredible views of the Rocky Mountains behind us. Absolutely beautiful. We always miss Colorado when we haven't been here for a while, and the mountains are just so incredible every time.
Come on. Good boy, Doug.
The original way we were going to summit was up there. Paul and I walked up there by ourselves. Didn't seem too safe for the dogs, so we ended up going up over here. I'm not sure if one or the other is the official summit or not, but we were able to safely get them up there and enjoy the view. Paul got a notification that there are some thunderstorms coming. We can see some dark clouds, but it's hard to tell if they're coming towards us or if it's just going to pass. But either way, we want to be safe and start making our way down the mountain. So we almost made made it back to the car without getting rained on. For the last 5 or 10 minutes, so it did start raining. It's only about 1:45 right now, so we decided we're not ready to go back to the Airstream just yet. We looked at the map and there's an off-road trail about 15 minutes from here down towards a town called Allen's Park. We think we did this trail maybe 1 or 2 summers ago. It sounds familiar. We're gonna go check that out. It looks like we're gonna pass by a little grocery store on the way, so we might pick up some lunch and just go do a little more exploring. Be right back. So we got some snacks, got some chips, chocolate chip cookies, kombuchas, and we were gonna get a sandwich, but we decided instead just to get some lunch meat and some cheese. And yes, of course you're gonna get some cheese tacks. Of course you'll get the cheese tacks. Of course you'll get the cheese tacks.
The loaf of bread was also $9.
That's crazy. Oh, do you want the cheese tacks? Oh, goodness. So we just pulled over on the side of the trail because last time we were here, we stopped in this exact spot, and just a little bit off of the off-road trail, there is an incredible view of the mountains. I highly doubt the GoPro is going to do it justice, but look at this incredible view of the mountains. Well, it seems that the rain has followed us out here as well. So I'm glad we got to enjoy that view and come check out this trail again, but we're gonna head back to camp. So we've been back home for a while and it's clearing up a bit. So we want to head into Rocky Mountain National Park to go watch the sunset. But one problem, we made dinner too late and we both have so much food left.
Trying to eat this gigantic salad.
So I think we're just gonna take it to go, hold it on my lap in the car and eat it when we get to the sunset spot. But we're hoping we can find something good. From what I can tell, it looks like it should be a beautiful sunset.
And it rained all day, so that usually makes for a great sunset.
I also feel like so many videos we've made, we've been eating salads. I promise we eat things other than salads, but we do have this salad probably twice a week or so.
Salad and a view.
Salad and a view. And a cute view. So the sun officially sets in about 10 minutes, so we're gonna sit here, eat the rest of our dinner, and we have a beautiful view just parked here in the car, but we're gonna keep an eye out and see where the best view is, maybe get out if we need to. We're just going to wait and hopefully have some really pretty sunset colors. So I'll show you the view we're looking at right now.
There's some crazy clouds rolling in over there.
Oh yeah.
And you can see them rolling in.
Yeah. Hopefully we have a beautiful sunset. If not, I'd say this view is still worth it. So Paul decided to go get out of the car and enjoy the view. Salad bowl and all. Enjoying your sunset salad at Rocky Mountain National Park?
Sure am. The squats.
The sunset didn't end up bringing any super crazy colors, but I would still say that was 100% worth it to drive up here. So we're headed back home now, and we're actually headed back into the park tomorrow. So we'll see you then. This morning I woke up early and came out to do a trail run into Rocky Mountain National Park. You can access the national park directly from our campground, which is so incredible. So today I am trail running / hiking the uphill parts to Sprague Lake. It's a 4.5 mile round trip hike to this incredible alpine lake, and it has just been amazing so far. The morning is so beautiful, the sun is shining. I have these incredible mountain views of Rocky Mountain behind me. It's just an absolutely incredible morning. I'm so grateful to be out here and enjoying this. This is the hike or run that Paul did yesterday, but he took a little bit of a longer loop. It was about 7-8 miles, I think. I'm just doing the shorter loop, but man, I can't even describe how incredible it is out here. I'm so happy to be out here, and I'm super excited to get to the lake and check it out. So the downside to being out here by myself is that if I choose to take a clip recording myself, I then have to run back up the trail to go get the camera. So I think we're about to get our first glimpse of the lake. So I think it speaks for itself. It is absolutely beautiful up here. We got here right when the sun was hitting the lake perfectly to have a perfect reflection of the mountains on the lake. So incredibly beautiful. Now I'm gonna stop talking because I'm definitely a little out of breath. I'm almost back at camp. I'm not sure there's a better way to spend the morning, unless Paul and the dogs could be with me, of course. But the trails in Rocky Mountain National Park don't allow dogs, so I'm still glad that Paul and I both got to experience this on our own. Of course, I wish they were here with me, but such a beautiful way to spend the morning. I made it back to the trailer. Paul made us some breakfast, and now we're heading out to go back into Rocky Mountain National Park. We're headed out today to go drive Trail Ridge Road, which is an incredible road. We've done it years ago. I think the first time we were in Colorado, actually. And we wanted to do a dog-friendly activity. Dogs are allowed in the car on the roads in Rocky Mountain. So we're packing up now. We have a reservation to enter the park around 11 a.m. So we're gonna head out here in a few minutes. We just made our first stop on Trail Ridge Road. Just pulled over to a little pull-out to take in these views a little more, so Paul can actually enjoy them instead of just paying attention to the road. And the dogs are very sad, apparently. Are you crying? Do you wish you could get out and run? absolutely incredible.
I know.
Even though we've seen it before, it just, every time, just absolutely blows your mind. Our next stop is here at the Forest Canyon Overlook, I believe. Canyon. This was one of the spots that we considered coming for sunset last night, but it was a little bit too far of a drive, but it looks pretty insane. So as I mentioned, we parked at that Forest Canyon Overlook, but we drove a little bit down the road and there was another pullout that we went to after, and honestly, I think it had better views, so I think we're realizing that these small little pullouts are the ticket. There was a really popular place to park just a minute down the road, super busy, and I said, wait, let's go to that pullout that we just passed. So we turned around and came back down, and this is what we're looking at, and we have it all to ourselves. As we continued making our way up the road, it was hard to not stop at every single pullout we came across. The views got better and better as we got higher up. The Rocky Mountains have always held a very special place in our hearts, as they were one of the very first places that we truly fell in love with hiking and spending time outside. One of our very first trips out west was to Colorado, where we spent a few days in Rocky Mountain National Park, and one of those afternoons was spent driving this very same road. I'd recommend driving this road on any trip to Rocky Mountain National Park, as long as it's open, because it does close seasonally, but I'd especially recommend it if you're visiting with dogs, because even though there's no hiking involved, you're definitely not missing out on any views. We made our way to the very top of the road, where the Alpine Visitor Center is located at just under 12,000 feet. Even the Visitor Center has an amazing view. While at the Visitor Center, a ranger told us that another road called Old Fall River Road is currently closed to vehicles and open to hikers and dogs. We knew the dogs were ready to stretch their legs, so we walked a few miles along the road and even came across a waterfall. We have had such an incredible weekend spent in Estes Park, exploring the mountains and getting outside. It really could not have been better. We're back at the trailer, we're showered, Paul's picking up pizza for dinner, and then we're gonna have a campfire. So it's gonna be a great night. So we're gonna wrap up this video here. If you're not already, we'd love if you subscribe to our channel and give this video a thumbs up. Thanks as always for watching, and we'll see you on the next adventure.